Hello, sister friends. I'm in my PJs ready for bed, but I thought I am going to do one more video for you because I love you. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year!
All right, this is the bonus scene episode that went along with Benevolence, bitch, which is episode number 13. Let's see what's in it. All right, our first bonus scene is with Janelle and Meri. This is when they were talking via Zoom, FaceTime, I'm not sure. And they were discussing Janelle getting a release from the church. All right, what happens?
There's a lot to catch you up on.
Yeah. We remember when Janelle said to Meri on the phone conversation, I'm a grown-ass woman, but Meri, I need you to make the call for me. And she laughs, and then it cuts to, in the original episode, Meri saying, it's fine, you can do it, just call them today or text them. And just tell them that you want to have a discussion and it's regarding wanting to get a release. But there was something in between there that they cut out, and that's what we're going to hear now.
Like, I'm a capable adult, but I'm totally intimidated to call him. I don't know, because I don't know them. At least you sort of grew up there. Maybe, you sort of knew him for a long time.
Here's the thing. He obviously knows the history. He knows where I am with it, I did the process with him and all of them, you know.
Get to the point.
So, do you want me to tell you how it was for me? So that you kind of know what to expect?
So Mary's basically saying, okay, that's kind of weird. I'm not going to call the leaders of the church, even though I know them. I don't really want to talk to them ever again. I'm not a member of the church, although they were kind enough to give me a release. It doesn't necessarily mean I want to call them up and ask for releases for other people. Got to put on your big girl panties here, Janelle, and just make that phone call. So I think Mary's doing a good job of kind of redirecting Janelle here without coming out and saying, no, that's kind of weird. And encouraging her to let her know, listen, they know what's going on. I know you say you don't really know them that well, but they know the situation. It's okay. And now she's offering to walk her through the steps of what she went through so she's more comfortable understanding the process. I think this is good. I'm really surprised how scared Janelle is to make this phone call. Especially if she doesn't really know him, then that's even more reason to not be scared. I think I'd be more scared if I knew who they were, and then I'd be fearful of them looking down on me or judging me or thinking poorly of me because I knew him as a kid or whatever. But she's saying she doesn't really know them. Isn't that interesting? She was married for 15 years before they left the church. How come she doesn't really know him? Is it just, they were part of the church, even if that prophet wasn't the prophet during the time, when they left the church, this is interesting. When they left the church, I do believe that prophet was in place. Okay, I can't say that for a fact, so I'm not going to talk to this issue anymore.
Okay, I need to stay focused.
But I have heard through the grapevine that they had kind of left the church before this show began. All right, what else happens in this conversation? Let's see here.
When I went through my spiritual release process, I reached out to the church leader, told him I needed to talk to him about this. We set up an appointment and I went over and I spoke with him about it. He asked me some questions, whatever. And then he asked me to write a letter, send an email, and just basically line out. I think he wanted me to line out all of my grievances, which I did not do. I just lined out the basics.
Okay, this is interesting. So I'm guessing, I get the impression that while she was there, because a release was granted to her while she was there. So she went, she had the meeting, she went to Utah. Well, she lives in Utah, but she went to Lehi. She met with the church leader. She discussed it. He said, put it in writing. She put it in writing, but she didn't put everything in writing. I'm telling you, Mary's got a book in her that is going to allow her to sell that B&B, or she wants to live there forever. She wants to keep it in the family. Okay. Is going to allow her to never have to think about doing another Worthy Up event or host anything again. She's going to be able to retire on the book that she is going to be able to write if she has the balls someday to spill it all.
From your lips to God's ears.
She wanted a release from the church and she wouldn't even tell them everything that Cody did. And she got the release. So what are the things you're not sharing, Meri? Oh my gosh, I want to know.
It's I don't, for you, really, truly, he had completely abandoned you for a lot of years. for me, I don't have that. And so I'm worried that they're going to, look, I'm not staying married to Cody. I'm trying to do this the right way. And I feel like if for some reason they say they can't grant it, I'll be like, okay, I've done what I need to do and it's on you now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Ooh, Janelle right here has a really good point. And I actually thought about this when it came to releases. I really did. All right, well, let's listen to it first. I wonder what angle Janelle's going to come from. Can she use abandonment? See, abandonment is, I think, the worst of the sins of the AUB church in terms of the polygamy structure. And that's why Cody was really upset when he was granted the title of being the man who abandoned his wife. What are the other areas that will allow somebody to grant you? Like, I know abuse is in there, but what else? Because I don't know. Mistreatment of your children? Is that possible? I'm really curious. And we know that Janelle got it. Cody said it, at least in one of the interviews after Special Forces, that he had 2 wives that got a release from him. He had 3 wives divorce him in name. And then 2 of them made it kind of official through the church and they got a release from him. So that was Janelle. So she got granted it. What are the grounds? Anybody who's in the world of polygamy or, laterally involved in it and they know a little bit more about it, let me know. What are the other criteria or behaviors, circumstances or whatnot that the church will grant a release? I do want to know, because I was wondering that. I'm like, I can understand the grounds Christine has. I can understand the grounds that Meri has. Janelle, I'm not so sure, because he kept saying he wanted to work it out with her. He didn't want to work it out with Christine. He wanted her to stay, just to stay, because all the kids love her. And if she leaves, then a lot of the kids are going to kind of go where Christine goes, because she was the mama figure for all of them. I think he also appreciated the money she brought into the family.
100%.
But Janelle, I think he's always had like a little thing for. So he wanted her to stay as the place he could go if he got tired of Robyn, or if he got in a fight with Robyn. He could go have a little something different, a little something on the side, because Robyn was the main one, of course. Okay, what else does she say?
I'm not there, I'm not in their head, but I can almost 100% promise you that that's not going to happen.
okay,
They're not going to
I
not
don't think
grant
so.
it.
That's not who they are. But I thought, well, if I do my part, I feel like my conscience will be at peace. Do you know what I mean?
That tells me that Meri's very much aware they are not happy with Cody Brown. The AUB, for her to say that to Janelle, when we're trying to figure out here, what grounds does she really have for them to grant a release? For Meri to come right out and say,
Fear not.
I could pretty much guarantee you they're going to grant you one. They had to have been saying things to Meri while she was there, or been like appalled, and she got an earful and a real good finger on the pulse of what the church thinks of Cody. And I bet they even said, if the other 2 want to come, I bet they told Meri that. I bet they did, because I believe, I'm almost positive, Melanie on Notes to Self 444 said that her father told her, again, he's the prophet of the AUB church. And back at that time, she was still in conversation with him, and she asked about Meri's release, and he said it was granted. And he said if the other women want one, they would get it as well. So I bet he told Meri the same thing. And Meri doesn't want to like spill what they're thinking or saying. So she's just letting her know, don't worry about it. You're fine. They don't like Cody.
No one does.
It's kind of cute to see Janelle concerned about it and whatnot, but it shows how much the church means to her. It's interesting that she was the only wife that kind of wasn't born and raised in it. And she's the one that held on to the values and the principles and the ideals and the teachings of this church more than any of the other wives did. And still kind of does. Oh, goody, we're going to get a Robyn Brown bonus scene here. Buckle up. This is Robyn making cookies with Aurora in their kitchen. You remember it well.
Not this again.
Let's see what she has to say.
Like a gift for Brody for his graduation, or not a gift so much. Okay. But I saw like these bows that people were doing, where they sort of represent their man. by putting so on their chest they have things called tapes.
Okay.
And there's U.S. Army and then
That's their
his
name.
last name.
Yeah.
And so they use the tapes and make a bow, like a hair bow out of it.
Oh.
So I was going to do that, but it doesn't look like it's going to get here in time.
Okay, maybe somebody can help me out down below here. I have no idea what she's talking about. They have their name on this side in a bow, and the bow is big enough to make it a hair bow that they have. I don't know. I'm lost. I think it's kind of lame, though, that she's not giving them some sort of gift. But maybe you don't give gifts for military graduation. I don't know. I mean, they got plenty of money. Ooh, I have an idea. Maybe she can buy him a Remington. You know how Robyn could never find the Remington? It's a fake. It's a knockoff. I was looking for the real one. Like they're thousands of dollars. She should take mommy and daddy's credit card. Say, can I use your credit card to buy him a gift? And then go buy him a Remington. So Brody has the real Remington and Cody has the knockoff.
Yeah, that would piss your dad off.
1 year for my birthday, she gets me a big bronze. I'm sure she got it inexpensively, but it's like a Remington.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was more of a real one, but it's a high quality
replica.
Okay. Yeah. But I've been looking
it's totally cool.
I mean, Brody's a real cowboy. Cody's a knockoff. It's apropos. Okay, here we're going to have Robyn be the hypocrite and talk about how she doesn't really want Aurora to get married, even though Robyn had children, was married and had children at the same age.
Yeah, I mean, like, she's of the age where, easily could go into that long-term commitment, marriage or whatever. I mean, at her age, I think I had 2 kids already. So yeah, it's wild.
She just calls it wild as opposed to hypocritical. Let's listen to her justify her reasoning for keeping Aurora from marrying Brody.
And I'm glad that she's taking her time figuring this out. I'm glad that she's going to school to kind of figure out who she is before she goes and joins into a relationship like that, marriage or something like that, or starts to have children. It sort of changes everything. So 2
questions here. 1, how does she not know who she is when she's in her mid-20s? I don't understand. I get when you're in middle school, even in high school. By college, people are figuring out who they are. Somehow this girl does not know who she is. Maybe she can find herself outside of that house. Maybe it's the stifling nature of that home that's preventing her from being able to learn who she is. I don't know. But number 2, Robyn shares, I'm glad she's still in school. Why is she still in school? How old is this girl? I got to look this up. She's 23. That's 5 years out of high school. 5 years. So even if she's on the 5-year plan, 5 years in college and she still hasn't graduated? I mean, I know she doesn't talk that eloquently, but I thought she was a smart girl.
Why did you think that?
So what? Are we just doing the 5-year, 6-year, 7-year plan and getting degree after degree after degree and using the excuse, I'm still finding myself? I mean, gravy train's going to end very soon because the other wives are no longer contributing to all this college that they're getting. I do believe Dayton has a couple degrees himself. Compliments of the other sister wives. They're going to make Solomon go to trade school. They are. Actually, Solomon will probably make the most money if he goes to trade school this day. AI's going to take all these higher education jobs away. He might be the smartest one of them all if he goes that way. My brother's an electrician and he's doing really well. Yep, Aurora. In about 4 or 5 months, Aurora is going to be 24 years old. Okay. I have no answers. Just want to know why she's still in school. I mean, I have a suspicion.
So right now he's in what's called OSIT. It means one station unit training. And from what I understand, that basically means that he's doing his basic training course and his infantryman training at the same base. So he's doing one section of it, graduating, doing the second section of it, graduating. And then I think he's doing airborne stuff at the same base. And then he gets stationed. Yes.
Okay. This is just the first layer or level or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't do baking soda. Are you doing baking soda?
I was going to do baking soda. Do you want to do baking soda?
Oh, okay.
How many times can we say baking soda in less than a minute?
Okay, so what did we learn here? He's in the Army, that we know. We know he did his first basic training. Now he's gonna graduate and do his infantryman training or something along that line. And then after that, he does one other training. I've already forgotten. I don't want to go back and watch it.
I don't blame you.
Not that interesting. I mean, it's semi-interesting. I'm interested in the military stuff. I should go back and just learn it, but it's late. It's late and I have my pajamas on already. And then he gets stationed. Now, that's what I find interesting. Then he gets stationed. Does that mean you get stationed at a place locally? So if you're ROTC, you still get stationed someplace, but that station you only have to go to like one weekend a month? I know we have a lot of military people here who've already answered a lot of questions for me. Help me out on that. When it says they're going to get stationed, could that mean it's still just ROTC or reserves and they go home and they get stationed to a place locally? That would make sense because there has to be some place that you go to when you do your once a month drills or whatever it is they do. Okay, confirm it down below. And that's it for that episode. I thought there was going to be one more bonus scene at the end, but there wasn't. Okay, we're all caught up. Thank you for watching this to the end with me, sister friend. I appreciate you so much. I really, really do. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out and leave me a comment, even if it's just to say hello. Take care, God bless, adios, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year! Yay!
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a very happy New Year.